Okay, guys, let's start again with our Friday book club, and I would like to start making some reflections on some of the expressions or quotations made by Viola Davis in her book. So I'm going to write down 2 of those quotations on the board, and I would like you to express your opinions and your points of view on the following, okay? You may have in yourself. So this is something Viola Davis referred to in the book. So I would like you to give me some of your points of view. I would like to listen to your opinion. Okay, let's have a very short debate and discussion on this. So let's see. What can you say? What does that mean? And why are they two connected in a way? So what can you say about that? And if you remember in what part of the book she referred to this.
It means when Viola's father couldn't afford basic things, so he threw the money to his children, but when he threw that, he was like, he empathized with them because he remembered his dead child in Vietnam.
So if he threw the money?
Yes, he couldn't afford to buy basic things like water, food, and all these things.
So he was really upset.
Yes.
And he was frustrated, and he didn't know what to do. Okay? Do you agree with Irene?
Yes, I agree with Irene.
So how would you feel if you were in her shoes?
I wouldn't feel that that I had the strength to continue living like they did, because I believe it was a very hard life.
So and regarding that part, morals go out. So when you are in that state of poverty, they got nothing. In fact, they use a very specific word to express that they were more than poor. What was the word they used?
They were poor.
They were poor. Poor means lower than poor. So
Very embarrassed, and I would envy those who had a lot of money and who had the resources to eat properly and to have good clothes.
She was getting bullied by the classmates.
she was bullied at school, right?
Yes,
Can you think of an example?
some people make their black out of his color skin, and
So you mean she was bullied all the time? She was picked on all the time because of her skin color, because they were black.
yes.
And at that time, black people were a little bit, or maybe too much, humiliated and discriminated against. That happened. It was a big mistake of history, but times change. Okay. How would you describe Viola Davis after everything she's gone through? So how would you describe that woman?
I think that Viola is a very strong girl because she was poor, so she lived a very bad life, and she also was bullied, and that's bad. So, but she never she never felt down. So I think that she's very strong.
When you say she never fell down, you mean she never gave up?
Yes.
She never gave up. She never gave in. She struggled. Okay?
Yes.
And she decided to be somebody, as she says. I want to be somebody. She never gave up.
Yes.
She overcame a lot of things. Remember that word? When you overcome difficult situations, how you describe that person? The person is what?
Survivor.
Or, coming from the word overcome, remember? The noun
Overachiever.
using the verb, it's to overcome. So the person is a what? An overcomer. She wasn't an overcomer. She was a survivor. Last question, because we have to continue reading chapters 8, 9, 10, and so forth. Okay. What is for you, or what are the most powerful messages in the book or in the story? So what do you consider is the most powerful message in her story? In her, as she called, battle life.
How she could achieve everything even though she came from a dark background, and how even though life got hard, she still pulled through, and if she could, everyone can, and even with that you can always become whatever you put yourself up to.
Okay, just to close, would you do the same thing she did?
No.
If you had a family and you needed to feed your family, would you do the same thing? Would you go out on the streets and begging for food and beg for money?
I would, because it's my family. I need to get food. It's also mine and theirs.
So the important thing is? So you don't really care about what people think of you, right? You got to get your family together.